Hey! Hello, Elodie! Hey guys! Bonjour!
How are you? Hi!
Good, hi! You brought some nice wine!
Of course, always do.
Chateau Joanin Becot 2015.
Sure, do you want some?
Of course,
Allez,
please.
let's start.
Thank you. Chateau Joanin Becot 2015 is part of our wine club selection, the last wine club selection. Ooh la la!
Yes, not too far from Saint-Émilion, in the place, very historical place, Castillon la Bataille, named after a long story. The last battle with the English took place here in 1453. But you have to know that Bordeaux and the region was dominated by the English for over 300 years.
Yeah, crazy story, huh?
Yeah, what we call the 100 Years' War that lasted much longer actually.
Yeah.
From the 12th to the 15th century. Huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
What I really love about Joanin Becot is that it's a woman.
Yes, girl power.
Yeah,
you can tell by the color.
Exactly.
But we see more and more women working as winemaker here in the region, no? Don't you think?
Yeah, and it's great to see this change and to see that women finally find their place in the cellar, in the vineyard, and in actually top position in the wine industry here.
Yeah.
So we feel already very good.
Yeah, we love that. Yeah, cheers. So Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux, it's what, 250 producers?
Correct. Yeah. The average size for the vineyard there is about 10 hectares, which is roughly 25 acres. One of the main advantage of Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux is because of its location, it's quite high, about 100 meters above sea level. They have different type of soils, like three main terroirs. So mostly gravelly soils around the Dordogne River. We have then a bit of clay on the slopes mixed with some limestone, but the major limestone would be on the plateau. And finally you can find some sandy soils at the bottom, at the foot of the slopes.
So we are much further the ocean, not compared to Medoc,
On the left bank.
but we do have this oceanic weather that is very good, great for the Merlot actually.
Yeah, very moderate climate.
Yeah.
So the winters are never too cold and the summer are never too hot. And
Hence.
today we are enjoying just the perfect
Indian
end of
summer.
fall. Yeah. It's very warm, it's very sunny, and we are in our workplace in Darwin, and it is locked down once again in France. That's it.
Yeah.
We're in at least until the beginning of December, but we can see each other for a little bit and do this tasting together for you guys.
Yes.
So Juliette Becot has a very well-known last name.
Yes.
We know it well already.
Yes, Becot, so it's the name of the family that is mostly known today for the Premier Grand Cru Classé B that is situated on the plateau of the village of Saint-Émilion itself. It was in 2001 that the family, the father of Juliette, the winemaker, bought the estate in Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux.
So Joanin Becot, it's around 12 hectares, which is around 32 acres. It's a majority of Merlot, just like any estate in Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux, around 70-80% Merlot.
Yeah, but they have the chance also, they choose the place on the top of the plateau. They really are on the best soil ever to produce a beautiful wine.
Beautiful Merlots, but also some Cabernet Franc.
Yes, Cabernet Franc will be the one that will marry well the Merlot.
So between 20-30% Cabernet Franc, it depends of course on the vintage. As we said before, what you have on the label of the wine, it's the plantation, the percentage of grape variety in the plantation, but depending on the year, depending on the vintage, depending on the weather, depending on a lot of things.
Yeah, the mood also of the winemaker, I'm
Exactly, it can vary a little bit from one year to the other.
sure. Which wine did you bring us today? Which
So,
vintage?
Yes, the 15 vintage, which is just amazing vintage. You can really start to enjoy it now. It's been 5 years already. It's just actually perfect now. Although if you want to keep it for a little bit more you can totally go for it because 15 is such a great vintage that you'll be able also to cellar it for a little bit. It's a wine you will enjoy quite young actually compared to some of the SANTÉ as we were referring earlier.
It's all about the fruitiness, very gourmand again.
Yeah, very juicy. So I say, let's give it a try.
Sure.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers
Santé.
to you guys.
Another great thing which I love about the Côtes de Castillon is actually the very good value for the wine. The price are not too crazy expensive. It's less famous, let's say, than Saint-Emilion, although the terroir itself is very similar.
It's really up and coming.
Yeah.
So it's really an appellation to keep an eye on. You can check our Off the Beaten Track tours on our website. It's one of the wineries we can take you to, and even actually during the Saint-Emilion tour it would be like a 15-20 minutes ride from Saint-Emilion to go all the way to Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux, and it's really worth it. If you've been already to Saint-Emilion, I think it's nice taking the time to go all the way to Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux. So don't hesitate to ask in the comments down below all the questions you have about also the technical process of making the wine at Chateau Joanin Becot, and any other question that you might have about this wine. So this wine is a typical blend of Castillon Côtes de Bordeaux. I would say we have 80% Merlot and 20% Cabernet Franc.
Yeah, we have a beautiful deep ruby color.
Medium intensity, I would say. It's a lot of black fruits and red fruits.
Yeah, a lot of cherries now. A bit of spicy too, again some licorice.
Yes, definitely licorice, chocolate. It's very fresh.
It is.
Still very fresh.
But at the same time, the fruits are very like ripe fruits.
Yes,
with,
very ripe.
Yeah.
The ripeness is really due to this beautiful terroir and sunshine we had in 2015 also.
Yeah, the vintage itself is amazing.
Yeah, maturations of the grape are just perfect.
Chateau Joanin Becot is really a pleasure wine. It's really this wine you have friends over and you don't want to think too much about it. You're having maybe a nice barbecue or grilled meat or cheese plate, for example, and you want to pour a great wine. Everybody's going to enjoy.
Actually, talking about that, I have something for you that will go perfectly with this red wine.
Really?
A beautiful, beautiful Comté.
Laura's favorite.
Yes.
18 months aged.
That's one thing we are lucky to have in France, is a great cheese selection. I'm sure you guys know about that. Whenever you can come back and go on a wine tour with us, we'll make sure to take you to a place where you can have a great cheese tasting.
Yummy.